Well,
Hi.
look who it is.
Well.
It's us.
I really want to replay this follow really quickly, just so everyone can see that Joel, who was a guest on our show last week, has just now finally followed us on Twitch. Everybody, just good job.
Way to go, Joel.
Excellent.
All right, Joel.
Excellent. Yeah, so today we have with us the lovely, the beautiful, the all-talented. I just gotta embarrass her a little bit.
That's so funny.
Liz.
That's what Joel says too.
Liz A Day.
Hi.
This is Liz.
Thank you for saying those nice things about me. I appreciate.
They're all true.
Yeah.
My goodness.
We should say what she is, though. She's a musician and a singer.
Yeah.
Oh no! Why is that coming up?
I'm sorry.
Jamie,
I had to turn
weird.
you up because you were quiet for me. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Nobody panic.
We're we should say what she does. She's a singer and a musician, and an all-around talented lady, and she gives a ton of good hair.
Oh my god! Look at this hair, you guys. I'm so jealous.
You're so nice to me. My goodness, I need to talk to people more.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
probably not.
That's we definitely all need to, I think.
Just us. Just talk
right?
to us more, I think is the that's what we get.
Oh, I'm here for that.
Hashtag
okay.
Nice.
Look, it's Joel. Hello, Joel. I was just working on those peer endorsement videos, and I took something off of our little interview that we put on YouTube, and you said the same thing that Jamie just said, but I just want to embarrass Liz a little bit for a minute or something. It was nearly verbatim. So.
Well, Joel embarrassed me on the podcast last week, so about your hair? No.
Nice.
No. Anyway.
My goodness.
Let's get started. What were we just talking about? Raccoons. Oh.
Yeah.
Rebecca's daughter, M. M, if you're listening, I love you and you're amazing. So she drew and made this little raccoon for us. Look at this shit. Look at this cute raccoon.
She has a present.
She has a present.
Aww.
That's you guys subscribing and giving us money. Rob, talking to you. Just kidding.
Aww.
Wait, which Rob? My Rob or your Rob?
Both of them. They should both be giving us money. Please.
Wait. You have a Rob too. You have how many?
Oh,
God,
you have
it's
a
like
Rob.
out.
Oh.
That's my husband.
Oh,
that's
and
her
Allison,
husband.
my collaborator.
That's my husband.
Allison and I were joking about making a little duo called the Roberts, and because I say the Roberts are good, you know, and there's the Robert US, and the Robert AU, which is clearly mine, and hers is there. Yeah, so now we have
what is Rebecca's Rob, and then my friend Rob is here too. So
what would you be? Oregon? No. What would we call? We have to find a nickname for yours.
Just call him Bobby. We always do that. Is Bobby. That'll be his name.
But he's a Robert.
Call him Bobby. I was like, what? Why are you saying
I think we should start right now. I think that's a great time to start.
She goes, we always call him Bobby. All right, Bobby. Jamie, I should call my group of personas the Roberts. No, you can't steal Liz's band name. Stop it.
Plagiarism.
The Roberts. Yeah, there's always too many Roberts. Who else? Another guest on our show, one of your friends, Rebecca. Her husband's name is Robert.
What?
Madeline?
What?
Oh, yeah, Madeline. Madeline's husband is also a Rob.
There's so many Robs.
So.
Yeah, mine's a Rob and a Robbie. He's never been a Bob. He's been a Robbo, but yeah, never Bobby, nothing like that.
That's okay. Rebecca's Rob will be Bobby from now. Oh, sorry. How did it go? Bobby.
Bobby.
Just like King of the Hill. I don't even know what's happening here.
Did you see that King of the Hill is coming back?
Okay.
Oh no, we will not judge snorts. Yeah, King of the Hill is coming back in August, and it's the same voice, so it's grown-up Bobby, but it still sounds like little boy Bobby. It's so cute.
Oh,
Jeez.
wow. Well, that'll be
He's
fun.
back. Yeah, I
Yeah,
hope
it's
it's
a great
good.
show.
That's
Anyway, sorry.
keep
Liz,
my eyes peeled for that.
tell us
Yes.
tell us what you're up to these days.
Oh my God.
What isn't she up to, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen?
I am, navigating burnout on the daily. Right now, I'm pulling myself out of a spiral of burnout and a bit of depression and anxiety, which I navigate, and I have my entire life. It's just been a long journey of a long road. Maybe we'll talk about. I'm open book if you want to talk about that today. But I have I'm a producer. I'm not just a singer. I'm a singer that is a vocal warrior. I navigate vocal cord paralysis, if you
Yeah.
can believe that. It's something that I'm not cured from. I lost my voice from, but I'm highly trained. And when I went in there with even with the little tiny voice, which was pretty much about like this, it's about as loud as I could speak. Is really small, little reedy voice. Of course, I had to stop working in my duo at that point. I couldn't
How long
pay
was that
rent with
that you
that.
had to stop working?
Oh, that was a long time. They said stop singing. I had to go on voice rest for weeks, which was quite a journey for me as a very verbal person. Um, and so that was challenging, but then also he said no singing. Yeah, just for at least a year. They're like, we have to see, because when you get vocal cord paralysis, they check for cancer and all kinds of things that could be causing it. And I had a 2-hour MRI,
Oh my God.
and that revealed nothing. So yeah. So yeah, how am I doing? I don't know how long it lasts. I just know that I could not stay silent, and I was always working on what little notes that I was having at any given moment. And I listened to Barry White and Lou Rawls and stuff and kind of sing along with these notes down here, and I had about 1, 2, 3. And there's a video somewhere of me demonstrating how limited my range was, but it fluctuated. And so it made me, it also was painful. And that's not part of the there was also muscle tension stuff going on. That's undiagnosed. We don't know that for sure. But based on my self-advocacy, I had this. I was going through an extreme amount of external madness that was giving me, a lot of anxiety and stress. A lot of stress.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, when I was finally diagnosed with the VCP, they were like, okay, so we're thinking it's a virus. So maybe cut out sugar and da 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 and all this stuff. So I learned about, that sort of thing. And I went there. I stopped eating anything from a can, from a box, from a restaurant, no slip ups. I was really militant. I quit coffee. And, that was really hard.
Liz, are you drinking coffee now? Do you get to drink
I
coffee
am.
now? Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, I only allow myself 2 cups a day, but maybe 3 if I have a particularly, demand, but very rarely, like as a treat, maybe. And never afternoon. It's morning here, so it's 10:25 a.m. But so how long did that go on for? I don't know. I had the onsen boan massage, and I walked out of there being able to speak, not like this, but much better. Before I couldn't answer the checkout. I couldn't, like, if I went to go buy groceries and they'd be like, "How are you today?" I couldn't answer because I couldn't speak over the din of just the cash register. I mean, what I mean to say, just people and sounds and the music, radio, or anything like that in a car or radio. People ask me a question, I'm like, and I was volunteering at an op shop, retail, and I had to stop because there was just absolutely no way I could continue unless yeah, it was really depressing. So I just kind of went into a hermit mode, and I just continued to work on these little notes that I had, and I created a bunch of trip hop songs, drum loops and things, and I started. I turned to my community in Second Life, which is where I met Joel and my husband, and
Whose name is Robert.
One of the Roberts. Weird. Because they're so open there and they're free, it was a nice way to flex muscles and just get back into performing.
Yeah.
Because I had no pressure. I mean, they would be cool if I just did instrumental music, which I was willing to, do if my voice wasn't allowing me. But I was doing gentle vocalizing, even against doctor's orders, because I'm like, no, I'm not going to not sing, because this is really how I cope with reality. Singing and playing music. But the physical act of singing is a purge for me, and it's important. I have to give that energy. I have to give those vibes out, or I just... Believe me, I've tried stopping music before, because it's a really popular thing to get me to, in certain eras of my life, to get me to stop doing it, to get into this little mold, especially at my age. If it was going to happen, it would be happening by now. You should be, rolling in it, because I've been a lifelong musician since I was in my teens. Mm-hmm. I am almost 56 years old now. So, it comes up when I'm going through slumps, like I am right now financially. I'm facing some challenges at the moment, but I'm investing, and I'm not answering your question either. you had... Sorry, I'm wondering. I will quickly answer. Yeah,
that's what this is here for. We are here.
Yeah, you did it. You did answer it.
Well. But yeah, I got back into Second Life, and then I had a trip to America to spend time with family, but also my voice mentor, Keely Whitney, who she specializes in healing. So I spent about a month living with her, shadowing her, and also I got her the gig that I had to make ends meet in a show called Wally and the Beeves. It's like a Seattle, South Seattle area show. It's really a lot of fun.
Love it.
Yeah, it's a live music show, and I played a bunch of different characters. But I got her the gig when I left, and I recommended her, I should say, heavily for my position, and so she was still working the show, and I came along and just shadowed her, and I was like, I'd like to sing a couple of songs, no pressure, but I used to play Marilyn Monroe in that show, and that character worked out great for vocal cord paralysis, because I had this little tiny voice, I was just a kiss on the head.
Yeah.
Sexy baby.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Ooh. Just like really small.
I'm very turned on right now. Continue.
Yay, my job is finished. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Did you feel, when you were on vocal rest, did you find like it was a time where you really took care of yourself and treated yourself, or were you impatient and angry with yourself?
Yes, all of the above. It was so much. It was so confronting. I learned that I'd taken my voice for granted all my life, because I always had it. It was my superpower. I was a painfully shy child. My mother is a brilliant soprano, opera singer. Remind me to share with you her doing Mozart in 1982. I've got this a recording of her, this bootleg. Anyway, it's
a bootleg of Mozart. Love it.
It is. It actually is. Funny story about that. Another fork in the road. You're going to get a lot of those today, because I am a squirrel,
So are we.
Yay, I feel seen. I feel like I found my tribe. But I was going with the fork in the road. Oh yeah, on my Christmas shows on Facebook Live. I used to do a weekly thing, and I was very festive, and I got into every holiday. Loved Christmas and Halloween the most. But for Christmas, I would run my pre-roll for the show would have my mother singing Mozart.
Wow.
And they would flag me every time and say that I was running somebody else's copyrighted material. I'm like, no, this is a bootleg of my mother singing Mozart, Diana Ade. She is brilliant, and she's my mother. And you know, I would get them to like drop it and everything like this, and they would put restrictions on me anyway. And then in the end, they were like, nope, Sony owns this. And I'm like, nope. If they did, you know, they are not paying my mom because she's like living hand to mouth. You know,
Yeah.
they need to cough it up, so I can buy her some mimosas with that money.
Yeah.
Because you need to shout her a bunch of mimosas.
Thank you, Drew. Drew found the link. Thank you, Drew. And also thank you, Joel,
Hey,
for
Drew.
gifting a sub to Rob. That was very nice.
Aw.
Kind of have a feeling Joel
Oh, your
doesn't-
mother's gorgeous.
Oh, I need to
Isn't
see.
she just? She's like in her early 80s. She's a babe. Really. She always has been. She was very when I was a child, very Elizabeth Taylor. She had the same measurements and I looked very similar, I thought, with the dark hair and
Yeah.
all that. But now it's white, like pure white. I'm like, I can't wait because I'm letting mine come in on my wisdom highlights are coming in on my temples, and then salt and pepper throughout. However, she's got like solid white, bone straight hair. It's so mod. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love her look. Yeah, she's a babe, and her heart even is prettier than that. So yeah, love her. I don't know. She's
mom. We don't know you, but we love you.
She'll eventually hear this. I doubt she'll be watching. Maybe I should check and see. Is anybody sending me a message? I've been so enamored with
Anyone
rambling.
that texts you right now, just respond with the link to the Twitch. Just be like, that's it.
Okay. Oh, nope. Nope. None of that activity, just other activity. As always, there's activity.
Were you able to connect with your mom over any of this? Like, had she gone through anything similar, or was she able to kind of help you through this time?
Well, yeah. I mean, she's. It's really rare to have more than. I mean, I was told that it's unusual to have a sibling or somebody in your family have the same thing happen as far as the vocal cord paralysis. But my sister has it, and she's had surgery.
Oh.
So yeah, it's really strange. That's a strange thing. My ENT was like, "What?" So they're like, "Well, that's a strange, you know, it was just another funny piece of evidence to a big giant mystery that they can't really figure out." But I think there's a lot, you know, for my case, it's connected with physical and mental wellness and tension and stress. And that's another fork that I never finished, was that when I saw the ENT and he said, yeah, we don't know why, but you've got this and we don't know how to fix it. So maybe then, you know, the sugar, the caffeine and everything I learned on my own. And then he said, manage your stress. And as soon as, like, not long, really, not long after I left and I was like managing that, my husband had a brain aneurysm and a 6-hour craniotomy, and we nearly lost him. And you know, it was like, I'm going to be a caregiver if he survives this, you know, because I lost another partner to the same thing. He actually died. There was no saving him. So yeah, but so I knew what I was facing when I got the news that my Robert had an aneurysm. So I'm like, that's the next time I saw the ENT, I'm like, well, he's like, how's your stress? I'm like, well, you know, yeah. But Rob's, just so you know, Rob's in the 5% club that comes out of this.
Nice.
With
Go Rob.
You know, the cognitive, yeah, he's amazing. When he woke up, and I think I told you girls about this, that it was October. So I was like, oh, he looked like a cross between a light bulb and like Frankenstein. He had like, you know, this side of his head was shaved and he had stitches along
just super punk rock, basically.
Skull flap together. Yeah, well, he did a selfie. He was still in the brain ward and he did a selfie, but with a filter that made it worse. So he posted that. He didn't want anybody knowing what had happened. So he posted that on his socials, thinking, you know, I'm being really festive for Halloween here. I'm bringing Halloween to Australia, you know. So, yeah. But yeah, so my ENT kind of laughed. I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't. I had to navigate some pretty heavy shit.
I just think the moment
Yeah.
that the ENT was like, even before that, the first time when the EMT is like, yeah, just manage your stress. Like, just saying that, like, makes me anxious and, like, stressed out if somebody's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
or have you ever kind of been on, like, an up day, ladies, where, like, you're not depressed, like, you're feeling okay, and then somebody in your life is like, are you okay? Are you feeling kind of depressed today? And I'm like, I wasn't. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I? Perhaps.
You just look kind of
Right.
tired.
Yeah.
Just a little tired.
Tired.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. 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 I know exactly what you mean. It's maybe.
You're like, of course I'm
But
fucking
Yes.
you were also saying yesterday, which I found really fascinating, that you were finding ways to get around the paralysis. Like you said, you would contort your mouth to like make the
Yeah.
sound
Yeah.
to make, which is just, I mean,
Yeah. That's yeah.
amazing.
That it's not a conscious thing necessarily. It's
Mhm.
something that my body just does because it's like, have you ever had chickens? Have you ever
I'm
owned
sorry.
chickens?
I'm sorry. What?
I know it's that's a really weird little turn, but it has to
Now
make
you
there's a
truly
metaphor.
sound like you're from Oregon, by the way.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, well,
that's
down here
true.
they're called. I never had chickens until living in Australia, and they're chooks down here. We have chooks, and we don't anymore. But a chook will hide. It could be like on death's door, but it'll fucking hide it. Sorry, mom, if you're listening. It'll hide it. I dropped an F-bomb, and that may happen a
Oh,
few times.
all the time.
But
Yeah, you're good.
yeah, but I'm like, I'm sorry, mother. The worst thing that she says is, "You turkey," That's like
That's my
sorry,
mom.
mom. Yeah, it's so cute. But they should get together. But the chook will hide it, and I've spent my career doing that, like masking and hiding, and that's another thing we'll talk about, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And the energy that takes, but it's a necessity as a showgirl to suck it up, buttercup, get out there, the show must go on.
Put
So
on a
I figured
happy
out ways.
face. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's been my defense mechanism forever. But that served me well, I think, because my body was like, nope, nope, and it's pulling things and making me go, it just, I don't even know what's going on in there. But I do know that a lot, I have to say I'm a better singer now than before. I mean, even despite my, ups and downs and the
Yeah.
days that it's harder to hold my tone solid, and sometimes so if I'm having a bad day, I'll have to do several takes. Sometimes it's so bad that it's just like I'm just going to have to hide in a cacophony of voices and make when I'm producing music, recording, I mean to say. So pardon me.
Yeah.
I got a little sniffle.
All right, the men
So glamorous.
can stop sounding off in the comments with these quotes. First of all,
Wait a second. What are you talking about?
Joel
What's
and Drew,
going on?
they're
You need to
like-
relax.
yeah,
Oh,
you should smile.
hey,
more.
both Joel. Oh my God.
Try just
Don't
thinking
get me
of that happy
started.
thing. If you don't drop an F-bomb every 6 weeks at the very least, you lose your Australian citizenship.
Yeah. there's a
Honestly,
few
you
words
have
on
to
that
be
list.
able to. You have to drop an F-bomb to even be on this podcast. So
Okay. All right, Mom. It's a requirement.
yeah.
So, I've got so many cameras in here. I'm working the wrong ones that aren't even plugged in. Mom. Mom.
I love it.
That's my brand. That reminds me of I have an outtake of Chris Farley in one of the movies he was in, where he was just like, they actually kept it because he was like, he did this thing and they kept it in the film. I don't remember which one.
Oh.
It might have been who is it that did the excellent, diddly,
Oh,
those guys.
Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted.
No, the
Mike
SNL
Myers
ones.
and Dana Carvey.
Yes, I'm mixing it
Garth,
up with that.
Wayne
The
and
other
Garth.
stoners.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, rock on. The
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody one, that iconic moment. So, but anyway, if you want to look it up, do. It's funny.
Yes.
But I always think of that when I do that.
We swear, we
Oh
didn't
God.
make her put up multiple cameras.
No, it's just a part of my setup in here.
Yeah.
Did this happen during the pandemic? Like, did you when exactly did this happen? Was it before the pandemic or was it
Oh, my
during or right?
voice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Mhm.
my goodness. No, my voice went, started presenting in, I want to say late,
I think that was me.
God, I want to say 2017.
Oh,
Uh,
wow. So it's been that long?
yeah, I had to quit. I think my last gig was a Christmas show, and those were really painful. Um,
Oh,
Physically painful, and
yeah.
I mean also emotionally just stripping, because I just was like, what's going on? And the doctors couldn't tell me. I was still not quite diagnosed, and then I got the diagnosis, and after seeing a bunch, and if anybody's had dysphonia or like any kind of invisible kind of illness, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, it's so my I've had experiences with on that journey where they were like, you're fine, you're hysterical. Nobody could sing while being hysterical. I'm hysterical because can't can sing, you
Let me
know.
ask you
Right?
this:
And
did a man, perhaps a white man, tell you that?
bingo. Yes, come to think of it, it was.
That's what
They
happens.
strike
Yeah.
again.
They strike again.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. And but then there was a woman who was actually in the industry who suggested that I was just too old, you know, and I
Oh,
should
Great.
fuck
just
her.
maybe,
Great.
yeah,
Oh,
just maybe just hang it up because those days are gone.
My
wow.
God. Oh,
I'm
A
like,
girl's girl. A true girl's girl.
yeah, yeah. No, there was a lot of rage involved, and I got to really get in touch with those emotions during that challenge. And oh, let's talk about that for a minute. The challenge
Yes.
and the rage of being a female musician in a male-dominated industry.
yes.
I am a guitar player. That's I mean I play other instruments and whatnot, but that's my main axe that I really gravitated towards. I'd say I really decided, I picked it up kind of late. I mean, I always tried to play, but I will be vague here. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of the actual details, but I was suppressed. I was not encouraged to play guitar. I was interested as little as I can remember. I mean, I must have been before 7 years old because my sister wasn't born yet. We're
Oh,
seven
wow.
years apart. So yeah, I just remember being a little tiny girl wanting to touch it. You know, I wanted to play that, but I wasn't allowed. So it took until my late teens before I was able to get one for myself after hanging out with, you know, a bunch of musos and artists and stuff like that. And, you know, can I
Mhm.
borrow that or play that? And
Yeah.
just having a keen interest in garage bands and whatnot. And
For sure.
but I lost my train of thought. I was talking about, so yeah.
Got hands on guitar. You were a
Yeah.
teenager. You were suppressed. Not
Being a
allowed.
female, and you know, and they were very and it was all dudes, of course, but they were very supportive. And oh, we got an ad.
Oh.
Are we in an ad now?
I
Is that
mean,
happening?
we're so, like, the show's fine. We can continue. It's just, yeah.
Oh, okay. Righto. Okay, I'm just not going to allow that to derail me
Yeah, you're
further,
fine.
which is, that's a lot. Something sparkly outside.
I know.
I've lost, who am I? Sorry. Yeah. But long story short, I eventually got a gig. I hadn't even been really playing on my own guitar for long. It had been about a year, and I got a gig in a cover band. I wasn't even old enough to be in lounges at that time. I was about 18,
That's kind
17.
of
I don't know.
exciting.
Yeah, and I was really excited. I'm like, I'm making money. I don't have to work at the dress shop or the earring shop. I can do this. And it really, in retrospect, I was getting paid very little,
Yeah.
you know, uh, uh, you know, a very small wage. But the band leader was really generous with allowing me to use his equipment. So I used his backline, and his guitar was better than mine, so I used his. And he taught me the stuff that I couldn't work out by ear. He sat down and taught me. You know, he showed me. I think he was the first guy to show me Oh God, what was it? The word escapes me. I'm freezing right now.
Oh.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. He was
I wish
really
I knew
helpful,
music
and
words. Don't.
oh, I want to say triads, but
Chord
uh,
progressions, chords.
no. I had those, but he was showing me different voicings of chords that were used in pop
Oh,
music at the time. We were playing covers in the mid to late '80s, sometime around there. I don't know. I'm
What
not
sort
doing
of
maths right
what
now.
which sort of bands did you cover?
Prince, which was great because I was big into that and funk and stuff. At the time, I was on oh goodness, a long journey of only listening to three things: Kate Bush,
Kate
Jimi
Bush.
Hendrix. Yeah, Kate Bush, Jimi Hendrix, and King Crimson, and that's
Yeah.
it. Nothing else. But then it was like, here's this pop, thing. So I knew about Prince and stuff like that. So we were doing that, and then Jody Watley and Pebbles and whatever was popular, Soul to Soul, stuff like
Nice.
that, which I quite enjoyed. So it was funky, which is right up my alley, and and so I worked that. But as a young guitar player girl,
Hmm.
I was
Lady.
only met with sexism when I would go into the music store to buy strings. I loathed to do it because it was like, oh, is this for your acoustic so you can
Is this
play
for your
your D
boyfriend?
chord? It was really just condescending. Like
Yeah.
it was either thinly veiled or like open,
Yeah.
just for your boyfriend all the time, all the time.
Yeah.
I bought so many of those crybaby wall pedals, those big chunky ones.
Hmm.
Because I am a Neanderthal. I mean, I'm a really, really aggressive musician on stage. I just am really, I can be hard on gear too. So,
You're
I was
hardcore.
about
but
I was about to I was about to ask, like, and this was also in the time of Joan Jett and the Go-Go's, right? And where it was, but then I was like, no, that's a stupid question because even they got a bunch of shit for it too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, well, it was kind of on the heels of that. That was sort of not. I mean, maybe Joan had a not. I don't know. It was
and then you had
yeah,
Hart too, who played the guitars, right? Like,
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
uh,
Yeah, yeah, it's just it wasn't. And then in the late '90s we had Meredith Brooks come out, and she was one of the first music females on the cover, one of them on the cover, if not the first, on Guitar Player magazine, I
Really?
think.
Meredith
Yeah,
Brooks of all people.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
She's kind of a badass. I mean, she totally is.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is, but I'm
yeah,
surprised.
yeah. So it's taken that.
was it Let a Girl on
Anyway,
the cover, or that it was Meredith Brooks?
Me?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
surprised that like she was like the first woman on the
Oh, okay.
cover. Yeah. Thank you
I don't
for
know if she's the first or one of the first. I want to say the first, but my facts get mixed
It's
up,
okay.
but
We'll
I know.
fact check. We'll fact check. We'll fact check later. Thank you
I'm
for
just
the
saying she's a
subscription,
yeah.
Marina, by the way. And look, our well is like infiltrating everybody. Now Drew's doing well. That's a thing that me and my friends always do. We'll just like enter a chat with each other and be like, well. And now everybody's getting into it.
I'm obsessed with that. That's cool.
So
Well.
you were given shit for doing what you do, and then I'm
Yeah,
guessing there wasn't a community of female guitarists or musicians to find support in either, right?
I didn't really meet in person another peer that was like me as far as like one of the guys. And I had this big chip on my shoulder too, by the way. This is what I'm building up towards. The big chip on my shoulder about being, you know, I got really bitchy about it. I'd go into the music store, what was it, even Guitar Center, and be like, just like I went in with my booking agent once, and he said, "You scared me. You frightened the shit out of that clerk. Wait, I've never seen this side
Wait,
of
what'd
you."
you
And I'm
do?
like,
What'd you do?
I don't remember because I mean I just get really I just put on my armor and I'm like, I want this. No, not that. No, I want this. I just
Yeah.
get really assertive, and I'm a very sweet person and a very soft, gentle person. But when I go in, maybe not now so much, but back then I was
Yeah.
very pissed off about all these years of that shit.
Yeah. And you're like, and no, this
and
isn't
I
for
would
my boyfriend. It's for my fucking vagina. Like, that's what I would have said. Like,
If it helps, Liz, there is a woman on TikTok who is a master guitarist. She's a master guitar player, and one of the things she does is she will take her camera to Guitar Center with her, and then she'll just plug in her guitar and then play like the opening bridge of like a really popular song, like "Smoke on the Water," but she gets a couple notes wrong, and then just men
yeah, the men
flock to
start
her.
hanging.
Yes, it is the
That's not the way it
funniest
goes.
fucking thing.
fuck,
Yeah, they get
dude.
Oh,
so mad about it and they have to immediately correct her and they have no idea who she is. It is the funniest thing.
oh, you
So it's
must
like
give
she's
me that
taking that
link.
rage and just like turning
I
it into
love
views.
that. I love that so much.
I love that.
Mhm.
Do you know her
But
name?
my mm,
I will find it and we'll put it in
Okay.
the notes.
okay. My first real pal. Well, I met Lizzie Damont, who is a wicked musician. The other Lizzie, I used to call her the other white Lizzie, kind of like a joke to that ham commercial that was in America, isn't it? Pork, the other white meat. I don't know.
Probably.
So I called her the other white Lizzie.
I'm vegetarian,
People
so
used
sorry.
it's okay. People used to mix us up all the time, but she's when I met her, she was a bass player. But and then I learned about her guitar chops, which are she's great. She's a big Heart fan, and now she's playing in a Heart band called Heart to Heart, and playing the part of Nancy Wilson, but not, they don't do the costuming and stuff like that. They do have an Ann Wilson up front who's quite nails it. I mean, it's really,
Wow.
really uncanny. She's a great singer, great band, but they have two of the original members in that band. So it's more than a tribute band. It's kind of I don't know what you would even call that. So
That's really cool.
but that she's doing that now. So she was one of the first, and then I met Stephanie Smith, who is the closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen, and she plays guitar behind her back, and she's just
That's amazing.
she's a dream. Yeah, so those were my two women, and then I hired them both into a show that we worked in for I want to say several years. Like it was a different era anyway. But it's still an entity. Stephanie's still in that band, but Lizzie's gone off to do the Heart tribute. So
Nice.
anyway,
I love that. I know you and I were talking a little bit about, if you don't want to get into this, we don't have to. But we were talking about you doing shows. Remember we were talking about people should not comment on other people's bodies? Do you remember that conversation
oh
we
yeah,
had?
I do, and I'm happy to talk about the body shaming of and the standard for women in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so ask away.
I mean, tell away. You had told me
Okay.
a specific story when you were
Yeah, sick.
yeah.
I was sick. I was anxious. I was in emotional crisis, and I was unable to keep food down or sleep. I was going through a really bad, emotionally turbulent time, and I was facing external stress that was just triggering me. And I lost weight, of course, So, and I've always been, curvy. Even when I was, let's back this up. Even when I was a child and I went to agencies to, get into show business and get some money working, they'd be like, yeah, but you need to lose about 10 pounds. And I'm looking at pictures of me back then, and I was not a chubby girl, but they're like, yeah, you're chubby. You need to, lose like 10 to 15 pounds. I mean, I would have been sick. I was sick at this point in the story. I was, working in music and doing shows and stuff like that, and I was sick. And my boss from that show said, hey, whatever you're doing, don't stop. Don't stop. You look great. And even other guys in the show were like, thank you. You are so fun to look at, like, wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. My ribs are
Because
showing.
that's what I'm here for
Yeah.
is for you to fucking look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fucking
but that's a part of it, It's a part of the whole thing. It's like, yeah, young and skinny and weak. Is you need it. And I remember
That's how
when I
they want
turned
to keep
about 20,
us.
when I turned about 25, I was encouraged to lie immediately. Start lying about your age. Say you could pass for 20. So say you're 20, don't or 19 even. Don't say you're 25, and as you get closer to the dreaded 30, you're done. But never let them know. It just, but I wouldn't do that. I just didn't. Ah, don't ask, don't tell, right? It's like the age thing. It was a big deal. It was a big deal. But I was
Yeah.
discouraged from being, upfront about my times around the sun. Um, yeah.
That's so fucked up. Yeah, I'm sorry you went through that, and I'm sorry I made you tell it twice. But I just,
Oh, I don't mind. It's like therapy. Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, I just think like that's a big thing with me is like never comment on somebody's body. And yeah, when you
Yeah, because you
Oh,
don't know.
you mean like your doctor who you go in for allergies and then she decides to ask you how much more weight you'd like to lose when you're there for allergies and that was not part of the conversation?
that
You mean
happened to
like that, Jamie?
Rebecca. Yeah, that happened to Rebecca today. Actually.
What?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I went in for and she's like, "So how much more weight do you want to lose?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I'm here for allergies." She's like, "So I could put you on this med." And and then best of all, they're like, "Also, you're due for a mammogram, so go fuck yourself." It was a great day at the doctor's
Oh my god, do we have
office.
to get mammograms now? Have you gotten one before, Rebecca?
Yes. Yes, I've had a few.
Oh.
not as bad as it sounds. Really, I had my first mammogram. Oh gosh, when I was still in
Rebecca
my
does not
40s.
agree.
Jamie, I've seen your tits. It is as bad as it sounds.
Oh
It's gonna
no.
suck
What do you
really
mean?
bad.
Like you mean big, big
Yeah.
fronts? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I am well endowed, girls, and it's really tender too. So I was
Very sensitive.
frightened because I am above a
Yeah.
double D. I'll tell you that. And but I
Same.
um right. I was scared. But it never. I mean, it wasn't great. Look, I'm not going to say I want to do it like all the time. I don't like look forward to it, but I was really scared that it was going to be horrendous.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. There's a little boob truck that comes around my neighborhood, and it parks at the yacht club around the corner. I live by the big giant Lake Macquarie. It's a huge, beautiful saltwater lake. But they have the yacht club, and then the boob truck parks there, and you can just like make an appointment and go in and have your boobs checked for free
That's great,
by a bunch of women
but that is
wearing pink.
badass. I do like that. I do like
Yeah,
that. Boob Truck, my new band name, called it.
yeah. I mean, then yeah. Anyway, it's cute
No,
and good,
I like
and
that, but it is there's just something funny. Is it? I need to know. Is the truck like decorated? I feel like I'm gonna have to Google this and look this up because
yeah. I'll find it for you.
yeah,
It's
So
yeah.
we have the big gay ice cream truck in America, and you guys get the boob truck in Australia.
yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about. The big
Oh,
gay truck?
the big gay
Ice cream? What? What's that? When did that
the
start?
the big gay ice cream truck. It's in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. When did it start?
Oh God, it's been around for forever. Let me see.
I have no idea.
Um,
So much Google. Boobtruckmusic.com is
sorry.
available.
Oh yeah, so they've been around for
Scrolling
like
through.
16 years now.
Oh wow.
Okay. Huh. Well, I never lived on the East Coast of America, and I've been here
Okay.
for over a decade, so I've kind of missed a lot of stuff. So if I seem lost, that's why.
Oh no,
Okay.
no. Sorry,
Oh no, you're fine.
I didn't realize it wasn't a.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a thing. I mean, at least I don't think so. Costco's a thing here now. We can go there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Uh,
It's
ooh.
adjacent to the big gay ice cream truck, Costco.
Nice.
Of images. Okay, I'm looking for the picture. I had a
Oh,
picture
we'll
of
find it
me.
later, Liz. Don't worry about it.
I found one. I found one
okay.
on Instagram.
Oh,
Except now it's not.
tag us.
What oh hell. We'll do this later.
Yeah.
This reminds me of my live show. I'm like, want to look at me play with my phone for a half an hour?
Mhm.
Let's do it.
Do you remember when I called you a couple years ago because I had to get the mammogram and the doctor, they were like, we have to do an ultrasound. And then the man doctor came in and was like, I don't see anything. And I was like, well, I didn't just come in here for fun. He's like, a lot of older women like to come in just because they're lonely. Do you remember
What?
that?
I
Do you
don't
remember?
remember that. I do not remember that. He called you an
Oh,
old
okay.
woman?
Wow, what a good friend.
He called you an old woman?
Uh, well, no, I don't think it was me because there were older ladies. Well, I thought it was the older ladies in the waiting room, but now that you've said that
Oh
out loud,
god, now
maybe
oh
I
god,
was
now
thinking
I've
it was
put it
me.
out into the world and now you're thinking it's so much worse than it was. So,
Yeah, actually, I thought he was talking
Good.
about the older ladies in the waiting room, but you're right. I think he was talking about me. Oh, okay. Well, that makes this story so much worse, and I won't talk about it.
that's so fucked up.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
mammograms, they do suck.
Not looking
Okay.
forward to it. I'm not looking forward to
I'm,
it. I
I'm,
haven't
What?
had one. I haven't had one.
Did it hurt? Did it hurt a lot, Rebecca? What was your
it,
experience, if you don't
it hurt a
mind?
lot. But
Okay.
I have like dents and there, cysts in there, so that hurt.
Me,
But also like, I've had it done by a male and a female, and when the female did it, it was much better.
yeah, I
Same.
never had a male do it. Never, never. Yeah. Yeah,
Same
Yeah.
no.
with
Yeah.
tattoos, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
A woman's touch. I will never. I guess I can't say never ever, but I probably will never get another tattoo by a man ever. Um,
Wow.
it hurts less and like, yeah,
I
love
had
it.
my I had a couple tattoos and they were done by a man and he was cool but it did hurt but my last one was a memorial tattoo for my partner that died from the brain aneurysm in
Mhm.
2011 and I actually looked forward to the pain because I wanted to have
I get that.
something else like the fire, that pain. I wanted that pain, that physical pain to distract me from the hell I was in emotionally.
Yeah,
So
that's like
oh
So
god,
great.
the perfect reason too to go get a
they didn't
tattoo.
charge me either, so for the memorial
Oh,
tattoo, which was it was because I have this cat, I have a tramp stamp. It was before tramp stamps though, so I didn't I just thought where on my body would be the nicest place to have where will be the least wrinkly saggy, so that down the road it'll still look, like a cat. And
Rebecca's crying. He made her like laugh cry.
did I did it? I did it.
Sorry.
My work
Oh,
here is done.
this cat
So
is gonna look amazing above my asshole in 50 years. I can't wait.
yeah, I wanted it to still be like I was like, if I'm gonna hang on a piece of art, I want it to be in a spot that's gonna, you're gonna be able to. I thought about it. I thought about it. As far as my future with this tattoo. So I did the tramp stamp, and then it became a thing. Um, anyway,
Nice.
but it was a cat. It's a portrait of a cat's face, and then I had that just like a henna tattoo style because I just come from a gig in Thailand, and I was super into
Yeah.
all this art like that, and it's a Thai style of a cat impression
Nice.
thing, and then I went in to have it colored in, and he colored it in, and then I went back in to do after Brian died the memorial, and Brian was a great artist, really brilliant artist, and he was a pilot too, and really
Oh.
smart, like switched on, like he saved a. There was one of his flying students that gave a eulogy at his funeral, and I said that he was teaching him, and something went amiss while they were flying, and they were in danger. And Brian just sat there and did the maths in his head and landed it without this equipment
Oh
because
wow.
he'd done the maths under duress. I'm just like, oh,
I
yeah,
can't do
brilliant,
math.
brilliant.
Nope. I'll never be a
Me
pilot.
neither. That's
Math
not
under
me.
stress while dying. No.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
sounds
not
very
in my
stressful.
lane.
Yeah, it sounds very stressful.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a really calmness about him, which helped me with my chaos. Um, but he carved in jade these beautiful birds. He was really enamored with birds, and
Ooh.
so I used one of his designs to envelop my cat. So it's just like circling around my cat.
Oh,
So
I love
yeah,
that.
and the tattoo guy gave it to me. So
Well, that's very
very sweet,
nice.
because I was a mess when I went in there. I was, oh,
Yeah.
that was a hard time, girls. It was a hard time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, man.
But it's like alchemy of the soul. You just go through it, and then it deepens you. As a human, I have a lot more compassion, understanding, and it's deepened me as an artist. So my music reflects that as well.
And your
Yeah.
personality, just like you reflect that, Liz. Like
Oh,
it's wonderful. You're so
I
yeah.
need to talk to people more. I'm a
But you
hermit.
you said something yesterday because I was like with everything that's going on right now, I was thinking the answer was going to be like it's really hard to find creativity and make work, but you're like, no, it's just pouring out of me. I think you called yourself like a conduit. You're like, it's
Yeah,
just and like in the face of
it's a
that.
challenge. It's exhausting to keep up with my ideas.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get up in the middle of the night and I'll send myself a message when I'm very nearsighted. So I'm like, I can't find my glasses. I've had the migraine pillow on my head, a weighted thing on my head. My eyes are all extra squished and I can't see. So I'm like, ugh, just doing it by braille, and sending myself messages. And sometimes it comes out like, what? Other times I'm like, that's a really good idea. But even the weird things, so I'm like, what is that? What?
It's like
I
writing in a dream journal when you first wake up, you know? It's like probably very similar. I started doing, if I had ideas, like um I would just, cuz I wear an eye mask to bed too, to like no
mm,
light please, just darkness.
mm.
And I just like grab my phone and I do like the like voice memos. Like I'll just be like, remind me,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, about the monkey with the purple butt and the
Yes.
and it's like so good. I don't have to see anything. But then I wake up and I'm
I,
like, what the fuck is this? I may have even sent Rebecca one when we were just starting the podcast where it was like a voice message to her. I don't know, maybe.
I think there was one. I was like, Jamie, what are you? Yeah,
Like
it was it.
it seemed
oh,
very
I love
important
that
at the
so much.
time.
What was it? It was very important. I was like, what information?
3 a.m.,
Yeah.
3:30 a.m. Yeah. Oh.
Yep. In fact, I've done it recently. Let's see what I did. I'm just curious now. But we can talk about other
I
things
love
while I
this.
look.
I love this.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm opening my Gmail. I know I sent myself something. No, I'm going to go. Where is it? Let's find it. Liz, where's Liz? Wait, Liz to Liz. I email. Okay, misunderstanding.
Like you
That's one
email
of them.
yourself.
Cool song about. Oh, that's a different thing. We've lost the universal language of ourselves. The people lived with a communal language in it, but it came out communist. That's interesting
Well,
because I've been anyway, I've been correcting people on the word communism and socialism and other things on social media. It's like pissing in the wind, though. Sorry, Mum. The people lived with communal language, but it was lost to greed and pride, a costly mistake. This is a biblical thing, and it just had come up somehow, and then I dreamt about it. Um, it's another thing is I'm trying to find. This is another fork in the road, but I'm writing a music thing, a live music immersive art thing. It's an experience. I'm
okay.
applying for grants and I'm writing. But the idea is there's so much division and it hurts my heart. People are angry and rightfully so. People are, but they're being hateful, and that concerns me because I feel like it's counterproductive. For the solution, I know look, I've been in the place where it's like it'll never fix. It's good. It's ruined. We're all gonna burn it up. I've been that guy too. Like I'm like, but part of me is just I get up and I chant and pray and meditate and visualize and everything I can think of. The same thing I did when my husband was in ICU. I'm doing it for humanity right now. I cry buckets of tears every day, and then I imagine my heart fills up with love. And I see it like visually as rose petals, and I collect it and I just shoot it hands to the sky, and I just do, and I'm just like, come on, planet Earth, truth, love,
You're like, fuck you guys, I
kindness.
love you.
I know, exactly. There's kind of a punk way of doing it,
Yeah.
but this is what I'm
into it.
doing is I'm finding ways that people can connect on these on these really fundamental things, like, I don't know, like, let's just, people are trying to argue me on Webster's dictionary, definitions of things. Well, that's a part of the deep stuff. And I'm like, whoa, okay, I mean, there's only so much you can do. But if
There's
you
a
can
bunch of crazies on the internet, who knew?
Christianity is being used as a political prop, and these values aren't being, I'm just asking questions about these values.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it in I'm working the wrong camera. I'm doing it in a palatable way. Like, that's my goal. I mean, it's going to piss people off no matter what. Like, I wrote a Christmas song a couple years ago that I never shared with anybody but my Patreons, and welcome along, by the way. Love you. But
Everyone, please join Liz's Patreon. I'll get a link to it while she continues.
It's cheap as chips, really. Or you can spend, like, I went in there and from the law of attraction and all these different kinds of ideas on how to turn my ship around so that I can, continue my work. I added some tiers that are pretty extravagant. I mean, everybody gets the same thing, but if you feel like you want to join for a couple grand, well, go on, go for your life. I made it available, in case somebody does, and that would be life-changing. But you can also get on for $5 Australian for, I'm thinking a lot of us are in America here. I know we have Canada, and you're about in the same as us, I think.
Yeah, well, Canada is going to be the 51st state soon anyway, so it's fine. It's pretty much America
God.
already.
Oh, God.
I just threw up a little.
It sounded so real. Are you okay?
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
That was a fork in the road where oh yeah, because I found that the latest email that I sent myself in the night. But I've done things like, don't forget you have to report this week. So I made myself a little alarm to remind me that I need to report in the morning, and it didn't say report, it said FIPU, and I kept it because it's so good. FIPU.
Liz, I have done this exact same thing, but it's usually I do like voice to talk, but it like thinks I said something else, and it'll just be in my reminders as like the wrong word, but it makes me laugh, so I keep it. I love that.
No, love that so much. And that's a great segue into, I told you about because when you are an independent artist, you got to come up with a label, you got to come up with a vanity label name. And I didn't think about it until I was faced with it when I was releasing music again, which started in 2023. Thanks, Joel. Thanks, Drew. Thanks, Allison. Thank you, my Zoom group, for saving my life. Anyway, I was looking for a name for the label, and I was, what am I going to call it? And then I remembered when my husband was recovering. Well, he's from his surgery.
Yeah.
Every now and then, I mean, he still struggles. He just, can't do math in his head as brilliantly as he did. I mean, as it turns out, my Robert is, brilliant brain too. I seem to kind of go for those.
Yeah.
I'm attracted to brains. Really, I like brains. It's just, I think that smart is sexy, and that's just like, those are my turn-ons. Being smart.
You're like
Full
being
stop.
smart and being sexy. That's what I'm turned on by.
And yeah, being kind to animals, children, and people, and that's also really sexy. But so my Robert was trying. We had just gone to a funeral for a young man who was my stepson's best friend, and he was a lovely guy, and he was killed in a car accident. I know, it was just gutting. And so we had gone to that, and a very emotional day, and the whole family was just like, just buckets of tears. We were really, really sad. And we had all gathered back at the family home, and we were sitting there and, having cups of tea and biscuits as you do. And then Robert was like talking about how lovely Logan was, and then maybe some other kids weren't. He was trying to say the sharpest
tool in
the sharpest tool in the tool, yeah, or however, but he had said instead, oh, that's a different one. I'll get there. He had said, not the sharpest shit in the fridge. And I never forgot. We laughed and laughed. The whole family just broke into this peals of
All right,
laughter.
Rob,
We all needed.
First question: why is there shit in the fridge?
I know. He does non sequiturs like that. That just, out of the blue. And then he just laughed. We all laughed. He said, oh, it's fun. It is fun, being old with brain damage, or whatever.
It's fun being.
So,
I mean, but we're all going to be saying that now, so
yeah,
he's on to something.
Yeah, it's fun getting old. So he finds just what we find joy in, but then we got to help him along in his healing. We got some kayaks because we lived right on this beautiful lake. So we managed to get these beautiful kayaks, and we needed, it's so close. We could just roll them there if we had a trolley to do so. But at the time, we didn't have a trolley. And then I was shopping for little trolleys for our kayaks. Before we got the trolleys, we just load them up in the car and then park the car and then dump the kayaks. And then he'd go back and, so it was kind of a hassle. Mm-hmm. So I found these trolleys during lockdown, and I'm like, look at these. And he was talking about them. And he wanted to say trolleys, kayak trolleys, but he said jolly walking cacawackers.
Wait, so, why have I heard that? Did you say that to us before?
Yeah, I told you that was the name of my vanity label. Is
Jolly
right. Walking Cackawaka
okay.
Studios. So yeah. Jolly Walking Cackawaka Studios.
Yeah. You didn't tell me the story though. You were like, oh, that's a story for another time.
We literally were just like, it's an Australian thing. Like we literally thought it was just
Well, I don't know about that, but
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I did. I thought it.
I was just giving a friend some. I was just giving a young man in America some pointers on how to talk to an Australian that's coming to his shop, and I just gave him a few pointers as far as a few colloquialisms. And I just said, what's the first thing? Oh yeah, yakka.
What's that?
Means work. A hard yakka, like you're hard working. Hard yakka.
I'm a hard yakker, according to Joel. So
hard yakka.
Hard yakka.
Hard yakka. And to take a break is smoko. So if you're going to take a break, I'm going to go have a smoko.
Even if you're not smoking, I love that.
Yeah, like you could be having a smoko, having a sanga, which is a sandwich. So that's a smoko. Yeah, so you could just be sitting down having a smoko. You're having a break. So, and the list goes on. There's so many good ones, but my favorite, I think, is fair dinkum, which means legit or authentic.
Fair dinkum?
Fair dinkum. Yeah, I'm trying to say fair. I know it's weird. I speak weird. It's weird. Nari. When I go to America, nari. The more why, the more nari.
Rebecca hates her life right now. She's like, oh God, you too, please.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just.
No, what is that a pet peeve?
No. She was laughing at us.
No.
I just pick on her. That's what I do.
By the way, it's winter here and it's chilly in my studio, so I'm like rugged up in fluffy. Yeah.
Also, your
cold.
companion is missing a head, so I just thought you should know.
My companion is
Oh, there it is. Excellent.
my nemesis.
Perfect.
So you can always find my Darth Vader antics on YouTube. If you do a deep dive, you're gonna find some really weird shit.
We'll put it in the show notes so you guys can find it immediately. Don't you worry.
I actually have a playlist from this dumb like lockdown show series that I did called The Interview, and it started with Marilyn Monroe-ish, like meeting Elizabeth Taylor-ish, who was running an agency, and her boss, what was his name? Mr. Monkey Down. And it's just ridiculous. And then I was the receptionist, Sylvia.
Sylvia.
And
Liz, we got to get you on TikTok. We got to get you on TikTok like yesterday. Like,
are you on TikTok?
Yeah. I just am not.
Well,
yeah, I've done things. Even my child alias is also on TikTok. I mean, I've got socials. I just am not very active. I get burnt out, and I find it, tedious. And one of my favorite times in social media was when Drew suggested that I just do artful, weird videos, which that like, and they don't say anything, just do like maybe one tag and just say something, not like I have a new single coming out. Just be like something that like a lyric from the song or something that people might go, what is, and click. Yeah. That I like doing that, okay, but even that, I'm like, oh, I got a song in my head, I gotta go. I'm working on, I'm chasing music right now. I am mixing an EP for a sync assignment. And
tell everybody what a sync assignment is.
Oh yeah, sync licensing is like what. The music that you hear on the commercials and the music that you hear on those reality shows, that's a lot of sync opportunities on those reality shows because they use a crap load of music, and films and TV and whatnot, video games, YouTube, the TikTok and everything. Sync licensing is the that process. They license the music to sync into their thing.
Have you ever done music? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I used to make a nice living out of it in the mid to late 90s. And that even afforded me that paid me a living wage. It was good, and I lived like a middle class person as a musician, and it was amazing. Yeah. That was a really fun, creative time in my life. But then things changed. In the early noughts, I'm going to say I really noticed my royalty checks looking like bad and unlivable around 2006 or 7. It has something to do with BMI and ASCAP, the PROs. Oh my God, so many acronyms, sorry. The entities that handle your royalties and everything like that. That keeps track of that, and they just music got devalued. We'll just put it that way, deeply devalued, devalued to the point where your big stars or whatever, your Beyoncés and whatnot, might have like a little dip, like going, oh, but people like me devastated, because I couldn't live off of those checks anymore. They went from being like, a few grand a quarter to a few hundred or less, a quarter for domestic and international royalties. But anyway, why am I talking about this? Sync, my sync assignment that I'm on right now. I've been obsessed with and learning about and preparing myself to be a producer of music for sync licensing as a sustainable act, because I no longer want to play pubs. I only want to play theaters. Maybe the occasional pub gig is as long as it's under very specific circumstances, but or tour under the right circumstances.
Sure.
We were kind of talking about an opportunity that is sort of cooking right now, that I'm open to, and
I'm gonna ask Liz. I'm gonna ask a really silly question. And if you've told us already, I'm sorry, I don't remember. With what you're doing, are you making songs like are you figuring out where to insert your existing songs, or are they just like we need a song that sounds like this, and you're like, here I have one, or do you have to write it like on the fly?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
question.
yes to both.
Oh wow, okay.
This assignment right now is a particular opportunity to get in with a really heavy hitting industry. It would be a big leg up for me. And they are looking for a specific sound, and I've been given a 6-song playlist to emulate these 6 songs in a way that is still uniquely mine, and that's one of my gifts and talents. I enjoy that. That is a fun thing, but then also change the lyrics around to be sync friendly, which is there's a huge list of sync friendly themes. I'll just give you a little example, like resilience and achievement and platonic love, like friendship and family. There's just so many love songs out there to pick from. I mean, just there's just like a really long list of things like that. So I keep it in that.
And
Hmm?
and if you switch words up close enough, then it can be also Christian gospel worship music too. It just depends. You just gotta switch a couple words in those love songs, and then it's like a whole other genre.
Now
J
we're
plus
singing
So
about
great.
one.
God. Now we love God.
You're talking
Right.
about South Park. Yeah. No, I know that. That's a great episode. And it's funny that you mentioned that because from my music live immersive experience that I am going to have manifest that I'm working on really, really hard. It's cool because the sync assignments are bleeding over into that because it's positive, and that's part of my message is unity and positivity. One of my songs on that EP is Odetta from 1970, a song called Cut and Dry, or I can't remember, but it's about being an individual. So I went there. I was like, you be you, I'll be me. We could respect each other's individuality. It's called individuality. So I'm using that for the show, but I'm also using it to pitch for whatever sync I can get, and to get in with this entity by my a peer that well a peer. He's another mentor, I think. I mean, Drew's my mentor, but this guy's becoming a sync mentor
But
because
choose your favorite
he's a mover
mentor.
and a
Choose your
shaker.
favorite. Choose your favorite.
Oh, she didn't say yes. Okay.
I'm gonna say, yeah, like, of course he is. Of course he
Got your
is.
back,
He's
Drew.
brilliant.
Don't worry.
He's brilliant and funny. He's funny as hell. One of the things that I love that Drew and I connect on is this dark sense of humor. And yeah, so anyway, yeah.
Love that.
What I find really interesting, Liz, is that so I would imagine with creative work having like a proverbial gun to your head on like, okay, you have to write these songs in this amount of time for this specific thing. I feel like that would hamper the creativity process. And then I would just be like, well, then I don't want to do it because it's not art. But as an editor, like if you have to write something on the fly and as an assignment, it's like, okay, well, just get it done and you can't be precious about it. Um, do you just pour all of yourself in there or do you feel like you're
Yeah,
holding back at all?
I absolutely stand behind the music that I make. Yeah. Like I said, I'm using it in the show. This is music that I'm not writing about, I don't know if you ever watched Beverly Hills 90210, but there was this one scene where David, the musician, was really butthurt because he got a gig doing some sync licensing and it turned out to be armpit music. It's for a deodorant commercial, and he was really just angry about that. So I mean, it's not like I'm writing about things that I don't
Deodorant.
stand behind. Yeah, so I get to
Oh, you
write
don't
about
stand behind
empowering
deodorant, is
things.
what you're saying.
Now I'm full stop against
Wait,
hygiene of all
and
types.
they don't own the music. Like you still get to retain the rights to your own music too.
Yeah, that's what the PROs are about. That's what ASCAP
Okay.
does. Is yeah, you have
Okay.
to, yeah, you have to be in like there's lots of other side of the brain stuff to do when it comes to releasing music in sync. So but yeah, so I'm writing this show and working smarter, not harder. I mean, some of the songs aren't going to fit. Like we've got this coffee commercial, Drew, that I did. It was my first split sheet where I had more than one artist involved. Allison, 2020, and Digital Drew, and myself all collaborated on a song that was a listing from my sync agency.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You know.
Wait, did you say Digital Drew? So wait, when we were
Yeah,
joking in Joel's episode about Drew, is Digital Drew actually Drew's like, oh,
yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
and I'm so
yeah.
proud.
Google it.
I love that. I love it.
You'll find some delightful stuff. When you look for it.
And bye, Joel. Thank you for being here. Joel left.
Bye, Joel. Have a good gig. Did he have his gig yet?
I think he has a show in 30, he said, so he was going to take off.
Oh, I think Bon is here. Hello, Bon.
Oh, hi, Bon.
That's really interesting because, like, with what we do, Liz, we don't own it anymore. Like, the publication we write, like, they own it. And so a lot of writers and editors have their own, like, side projects that they're working on. That's all their own. And so, like, we're used to, like, creating in the dark. It's fascinating that you just get to put it all out there and you still own it. And
that's great.
That's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I have pieces that are not ad friendly. But I mean, the thing is, ad friendly is what gets your foot in the door. I've got pieces that would be great for a movie, you know,
mm-hmm. Or just really good for a film, right? Like, I mean,
yeah.
Does that open up more opportunities for you? Like, if you have like this new connection now for what you're like the sync you're doing now?
Potentially. I'm having a difficult time wrapping my head around what just happened. I mean, I went from like, I need to take charge of my career. I always wanted to get back into sync, and I've never done it alone. I've only ever like the sync that I did in the 90s was a collaboration.
Right.
And I didn't do any of that paper. I just signed the papers, you know, and put it into my PRO. I didn't do any of the heavy lifting when it came to, you know, like what I'm doing now. And not only that, but Drew has been mentoring me and honing my production skills to the point where, I mean, the idea is to get me to the point where I can do it by myself. But
you definitely can do it by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, I mean, I still get stuck in the weeds. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say. We were talking about churches and Faith Plus One. Or wasn't that what I was, that episode from South Park? Mm-hmm. I am writing uplifting music that I'm doing. I'm creating choir charts for, and I'm going to. Because I really want, like, I know it sounds kooky, but when Robert was in ICU and I was going there on the full unicorn, like I was praying and chanting and imagining and listening to manifestations that he would survive. You know, I was seeing him climbing a tree. I was just like looking at him laughing in my head. And I was just like, don't kill him. You know, let's keep him alive. And I'm doing that now for like, I mean it. For humanity. I mean, I'm not trying to blow, as we say in Australia, I'm not trying to piss in my pocket. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm I don't have a God complex. I just want to do whatever I can with my superpower. And it's coming so quickly that as far as like the art is making itself, I feel like a conduit. But I'm writing songs like Carry On. I co-wrote that with Allison. That's like probably my latest single, I think. Okay. And it's like just uplifting music. And I'm going to give that to churches and community churches and community choirs and schools and all. Nice. I'm just not just in Australia, but like digitally, they can have it for free. You know, the music, the track to sing along to if they need it, you know, and or, you know, like an accompaniment of just like an acoustic guitar or a piano or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to distribute that worldwide. That's my goal. I mean, that's awesome. So that's a part of my plan.
That's great.
So yeah, because I would like to see people singing hopeful things. Yeah. Anyway.
What is that?
It's what I can do.
What's that hymn, Rebecca, that you always refer to?
My God is an awesome God. That one?
No. What? No.
Oh,
The
that's on
one that's like
Incredibles.
the one that's like super dark, and it's like
Oh, when I survey upon on the wondrous cross for a worm, something did die for a worm such as I.
yeah.
That one. Yeah, it
Oh,
was fucked
yeah,
up.
okay. I don't know that one, but that
Yeah.
sounds terrifying. I was really scared. I mean, we have a
Yeah, the
similar
Lutherans.
The Lutherans one.
we have a similar background. I was really frightened by some of the films and Sunday school things about like nailing a man to the cross. It scared me so much. I was really frightened by that. That scared
Really,
me.
I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
get ya.
yikes.
I know we already
Uh,
told this story on the podcast, but I feel like this is a good time, Rebecca, for you to share with Liz and everybody else the camp story, the Jesus camp story.
Oh,
Do you think?
Jamie, I would love to. The past couple days that I've had, I don't think I can right now.
Oh, okay.
Aw,
Well,
okay. Fair
we'll share
enough.
another time.
I think being told that you're going to get round up for practicing your religion, being forced to death march up a hill, and then being told, "Aha, just joking. I
As
just
a
wanted to
as a
test your faith."
as a child, she went to Jesus
As a
camp,
child,
and they told all the
yeah,
girls. They woke them up in the middle of the night, and they were like, "The president, who was it? Was it Clinton?
Bill Clinton, yeah, fucking
President
Clinton, his
Clinton
outlawed religion.
has outlawed religion, and they're gonna come and like kill us for our faith. So we're gonna march up this hill and we're gonna pray." And they just obviously lied to these young girls
11
Oh
year
my
olds.
God.
who thought that like
Oh,
any
that's
second someone
terrible.
was gonna like come and shoot them. Like,
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Wow. That's not good.
yeah.
That would
I
have
think I've just
scrambled my brains too. I mean, I would
yeah,
have been like quite traumatized by that.
Hmm.
I think I've had my fill of encounters with authority figures the past couple weeks. I think that's why I'm
Yeah. You're just like,
Triggered.
I
Yeah,
get it. I get it.
right.
Sorry. I'm
Fair
sorry.
enough.
It's on
no, no,
our
you're
Yikes.
good.
it's on our religious episode, whatever that one is. Religious trauma episode. Go listen to it.
I just don't want to cry on a podcast today. I just,
Yeah. We don't
it's
have to do that. We don't have to
yeah.
do that. No. No feeling.
I
I
was
had a
sure I was going to cry today. I mean, we're not done yet. I still could, but I was positive. After yesterday and the
All
day
right, what can
before,
I
I was
say
like,
to make Liz cry? I'm just kidding.
how could not ugly cry on camera? You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I had to
but
fire my current therapist is on maternity leave. I'm so delighted for her, and the interim therapist they got for me, but like was awful. I fired her.
yeah.
I've never fired a therapist before, but I was when I was trying to like explain what I was there for, and I talked about my OCD diagnosis. She went, "Oh, yay!" and she clapped her hands like a
Like a
child.
kindergarten teacher.
Hey, and I went, "What? What?" And she's like, "Oh, I love OCD," and I'm like, "Oh, good, because I want to kill myself every day." But yeah, I'm so glad. She goes, "No, I just love treating it," and I was just kind of like, "No,
Wow.
Wow.
yeah." So just
Wow.
we're
Remember
just
how
done.
Liz keeps saying today, like, "Oh, I should talk to people more." Rebecca, don't talk to any more people.
I
Stop
I
it.
don't think I'm going to talk to any more people
Yeah,
for a while.
if you
Yeah,
could stop, that would be
done.
great.
That's fair. One of the recent times I went into the bottom of the well of despair and depression and anxiety and feeling like my life was out of control. And it comes and goes. And there are things that I can do lately that prevent me from being in it as long or maybe as deep, it seems. Um, and I'm not talking about medicine. I'm resistant to all meds. I am a card carrying THC person here. I mean, literal card carrying. I have medical exempt. I'm allowed to have my tincture and edibles here.
Nice.
Jamie, do you have your sound effect for that ready to go?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I do. Go on,
Sorry.
Liz. No, go on.
Go
That's
ahead.
okay. I am going through a vocal processor. I might be able to give you some sound effects. Just remind me later. It's going to take me taking off my monster slippers
Okay, I have
because
it.
I
It's gonna be really loud, but you guys aren't gonna hear it.
That's
Oh,
okay. It's going to make me giggle in 2 days when I'm editing this.
Oh
Thank
no,
you,
it didn't
Jamie.
work.
No,
Oh,
Aw.
it's fine. Anyway, sorry.
sorry.
THC card carrying member.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Go ahead, Liz.
What was I talking about?
I'm so sorry.
Edibles.
THC
It's
card
okay.
carrying member.
Oh yeah. There was that. That was part of it.
Yeah. Oh, you were saying one of
Oh.
your experiences when you were like way far down the
Oh.
well. You said.
Yeah, way far down the well. And then I was talking about how it doesn't seems to be. Oh yeah, and then I'm resistant to medicine. We've tried. Oh my goodness, I've been diagnosed with like over and over and over. Oh, you're just depressed. Oh, you're just anxious. Oh, take this, take this, take this. These medicines make me worse. The last one they put me on some kind of a mood stabilizer. And that was a disaster.
Oh god.
That was not well. It made me really suicidal. And that's always been a part of my journey. Now I'm just going to say it. I've had that little passenger in my brain as long as I remember. My first suicide note, I was very, very small. I was just a little kid.
Yeah.
But so I found it so medicines don't work for me because I feel like, and my my wellness journey, it's a popular theory that I might be neurodivergent, but I don't have the funds to be tested for that. It's
But
really expensive here.
I'm sorry. So Dr. Pre, who we had on a couple weeks ago, she said that so many women are diagnosed incorrectly, and she said they're accidentally doing harm by giving you these medications
Yeah,
because they're not testing for neurodivergence, and they're just like, well, you need X, Y, and Z, and then the medicine's fucking you up
yeah,
because you shouldn't
yep.
be on it. And so I'm wondering if that's maybe like something that's to consider that's happened to you. Like,
I do. I, my GP and I, who is just about to retire. Oh God, I'm auditioning GPs right now, so I'm really freaked out because she is fantastic.
Yeah.
She's
I hate
like a
losing.
feminist, and
Oh.
yeah, yeah. It's really weird. I don't like change from my little thing, my little routine, my
yeah.
team. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, but I'm just trusting the process. I'm moving forward, but I do have meltdowns about it. But so she thinks it's very likely, that that's what's what with me. And then I also have a great clinical psychologist who is trauma informed, and we're doing a lot of work, and that's been great. I'm really happy to have
Good.
her. Uh, um, but I
We
need
love
a good.
therapy here. We love therapy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, oh, we were talking about bad therapy. That's why I'm talking about this. Because you fired a therapist, and I fired a therapist too a few years back before COVID. It was intense. Because I've always been a peacekeeping people pleaser. I'll turn myself into a pretzel so long as I don't have to say no. You know what I mean? Because I spent my life just like, okay, 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 at the bottom of the rung, the worm, so to speak.
I'm a recovering people pleaser.
Yeah, same. I am, but I've gone through a lot of lessons over the past couple of years where I have learned to set boundaries and say no, and I no like yeah, like this isn't working for me. I'm trying. No, I'm not going into that pretzel box again. Not doing it. So
Fuck the
but
pretzel box.
this one. I'm not going to get into the deep nitty gritty personal stuff here, but
Sure.
off camera with you, I will. But and maybe some of you in the audience as well, like Drew.
No, just us. Just us. Just kidding.
Just you, nobody else. Our secret club.
Yeah.
Pinky swear.
Yeah.
I fired her, and it was hard, but that was big growth for me because she had a big personality, and she just knew everything. And I went in there, and I had it was just a little off, and she was pushing me. I'm like, well, she's just pushing me. She's like, you need to, Wonder Woman and own your space. She's like, you're making yourself small when you talk about
Gross.
that. I'm like, she's like this,
Oh.
and she's like, spread your legs out and sit like a man, and and like do this power stuff. And I'm like, right, okay. And then she's like, at the time, I was getting a cyst surgery. I was getting ready for that, and I was going through the vocal cord paralysis thing, that journey, and unscrambling from that, and combing that out. And one of the things that can happen to you when you have surgery is they put the tube down you for the anesthesia, and they can't. That is a very common cause of what I have of paralyzing a vocal cord.
Oh.
Because they'll accidentally nick something, and then it's, they can't fix it or whatever.
That's exactly why I won't get my nipples pierced. There's just a chance, Rebecca.
That's exactly why I won't get my nipples pierced. The musical.
Yes.
Tickets on sale now.
Liz gets me. Liz gets me, Rebecca.
Watch. I know if Drew's still watching, he'll probably put that in Suno or something.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy that I've found you all. But yeah, so I was going through that, and I was scared, and I was crying about that, because I was like talking to the surgeons, going to the hospital to, discuss my case. And they, they told me about that and the risk. And I'm like, I am a singer with dysphonia already. I already have vocal cord paralysis that I am, struggling to get around. And I'm like, I'm singing again.
You're like, don't fuck this up more.
Yeah. And I'm like, I know I'm not rich. I know I'm not Adele. That doesn't mean my voice doesn't fucking matter. It matters. Yeah. It's amazing and incredible. You don't even know who I am. But that doesn't mean I'm not somebody, And so that was empowering on my own. But this therapist was like, why are they even doing that? You should be getting and then she was talking about some other sort of like what they do for when you have babies, like the spine thing or whatever, like they should be doing that instead, and you should go in there and just tell them to do it that way, and I'm like, what? And she was really adamant about it and very hateful about it. And it made me very uncomfortable. And there were other sidesteppy things that we'll talk about privately, but that was really weird, and it made me feel really weird. And one of my close family members down here is a medical professional, and so I called her for coffee, and I just said, is this even professional? Can she say this? And she's like, nah, she can't say that. That's well out of her lane. Yeah. So because I went in there anxious and I came out a wreck, and so I fired her.
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
It was a big deal. I'm just reading the words on the screen.
Oh.
Now that you said it, I know he's doing it, Drew.
I'm gonna see this. I mean, I know the moment has passed, but I do think I have this now.
You have
the sound effect that I'm gonna put in the show.
Oh, righto. Makes me want to do something. Hold on. Oh, that's empty.
All right, it's done.
How's this? What's happening? See, I can't hear myself. What's going on?
Oh, no.
Anything?
No, sorry. I was just doing a smoke weed every day song.
Oh. I was adding effects to my voice that I can't hear.
Oh, I can't hear effects.
Weird. That's very odd.
Oh.
It's very odd. You should be.
He's mackling.
You should be. You should be. Aye.
Please.
The biggest thing though, Liz, that we talked about yesterday, like that you're struggling with, that really struck me, especially living in Australia, is the lack of good Mexican restaurants.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, I can't wait for this to be done because I have Mexican food coming and I'm so fucking excited to eat it. And I can't imagine not getting to feel that for months on end.
Wow, way to just like twist the knife in, Rebecca. You're like, I'm gonna eat,
and
you don't have Mexican, I'm gonna eat Mexican food.
Just put some chipotle on the open wound.
No, I'm genuinely sad for her because like they have this green salsa and I'm like, oh my god, this probably doesn't get green salt. I just am genuinely
She's always gonna
like
think of
mournful
you
for
whenever
you.
she
I
has
am genuinely
Mexican
sad
food
for you.
now. Yeah, she's just gonna
I'm
be
like
like,
sad for you, like genuinely that you don't get that. It's awful.
Yeah, I love tamales, enchiladas,
Oh,
and I love all that
oh,
stuff. I
Mexican
love
food.
the trashy fried beans that you get, and
Hey,
then
we're
the
getting Mexican
totopas y
food tonight.
salsa. You know,
oh my God. Home
the
Depot
thing.
tamales? You don't even get Home Depot tamales. Those are the best tamales.
No, there's no Home Depot here. Yet. You never know.
Oh
Things do
God,
come. Yeah. But we have look,
Rebecca.
my first Mexican Australian experience was in Sydney. There was a Mexican joint, and the fella looked like I mean, he spoke, he was authentic. He had a Mexican accent, and yeah, but the restaurant was delicious. It was great, but you pay for your chips and salsa. You don't get like, like side of guac and stuff. It was just like different. It really, really, really expensive, and it was delicious and lovely. But I never went back because that's the big city, the big smoke. I don't, I go there to go to pretty much. I only ever go there to catch a flight to America.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the traffic there is just beyond. I've been through LA traffic too, by the way. I toured through LA, California, and whatnot
Cool.
in the 90s and early noughts. And that's bad traffic. But this is, I dare say, worse. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like over traumatized by cars and traffic. You know how I feel about that. Yuck.
Yeah, I do. I just remembered. So I think I told you a while ago, Liz, that one of my old coworkers she's from Australia, came to the States. I don't remember where she met her husband, but actually moved to Seattle to be with her husband.
Okay.
Which isn't that the opposite for you? Weren't you in kind of the Seattle area and you moved to, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And every day we were like, oh, you have to teach us an Australianism. And the only one I remember is, oh, now you've thrown a spanner in the works.
Yeah, spanner in the works. Yeah, I was just telling somebody about the spanner. It's a wrench.
Yeah.
It's a wrench. It's like throwing a wrench in the works. We call it a spanner. So my husband works at a tool shop, so it's like spanner. Spanner!
No, I'm just thinking
spanner
about
in the
Foo
works.
Fighters' Monkey Wrench. Monkey Spanner.
Oh, monkey spanner.
Spanner.
Extra syllables.
Spanner.
Yeah, spanner.
I guess I have to be very forceful when I speak Australian. Rebecca doesn't think I'm very good at it, but that's okay.
I don't know. I probably speak when I learn languages and things. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just Jamie parroting back your own accent to you for hours now.
I'm sorry. I don't feel like I'm doing that.
It's funny. You're actually that's not on my radar because that is a thing that happens to me and with Americans. I mean to say, I've seen it with my husband. I've seen it with myself, with my little twang. It's just a little twang. I still cop heaps of shit here for my Yank twang. So I mean, I stick out here, I stick out there. It's yeah. They're like, you want to know what's weird? Is that they're like, people, instead of going, "Are you American?" I wish Joel were here for this, but we'll just pass this along. They instead say, "Bye, Bond. Thanks for being here. Tell Joel we love him." I say, they say, "Are you Canadian?" instead, because they don't want to offend me, asking me if I'm American. Sorry, I mean,
I get it.
That's sad.
I'm
it's sad.
That I'm American, so
it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
There's so much to say about that. I mean, and this was happening over 10 years ago, and now it's even more. It's like way more pronounced now. It's like
they're like, "Are you
wow,
Canadian?" The air quotes.
Yeah, Australia is really good at picking
Macas?
nicknames for people, like nicknames for yeah, for public figures. And one of my, sorry, Mom, but one of my favorite was, what was it? Uh, ah, I don't remember. It had something to do with the platypus and a twat, the use of the word twat. And it was
Platypus and a
like,
twat.
Good one. That's a good one.
like a twat-billed platypus. No, it wasn't platypus. It was something more clever than it was really, really clever and yeah, quite effective. But
I'm writing all these
so.
down as band names. I'm like twat build platypus.
Yeah, gosh,
I'm not a
and that was
musician.
just something.
I'm just like band names.
It was just something that came across my social media a long time ago, but
Love it.
yeah, I don't remember. I'll remember it at like 3 in the morning and have to like duck-billed platypus twat waffle sandwich. I don't know. I don't remember what it was.
Twat sounds best in dialects outside of North America. Very true. Platty twatty puss. Beautiful.
But it is a
Platty
thing.
twatty puss.
When I come to America and I utter words, especially like fresh off the flight, I get this like, "Hello, governor,"
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm like, oh, fuck, that's just like talking. That's a Cockney accent. Firstly,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
just. Yeah, so but yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing, and you're not doing that. It's, I mean, when you say nar, don't forget the Y.
Yeah.
The longer the Y, the bigger the nar.
Nari.
Nari. There's a show you should watch if you like Australia. If you like,
Oh my god.
you should check out Kath and Kim. That's a comedy show. It has a lot. I mean, it's really a lot of stuff that will probably go over your head, but it's quite
Are
clever.
you calling me stupid?
Very
Liz?
funny.
You calling me dumb?
Yeah, there's just a lot of Aussie stuff in there, but
okay.
it's really funny. And one of the characters, or a couple of the characters, are these kind of bougie, kind of posh, have themselves on, thinking that they are, you know, really, really posh. These store clerks at this store where things are kind of, you know,
I
posh
think
and
I've
bougie.
seen that. No,
Really?
I might be
And
thinking of something else. Actually, I think
Now,
I'm thinking of a British show where they worked in a.
Oh, okay.
What am I thinking?
Yeah. That with the lady with the wacky hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Ab Fab.
No, that's a good one though. Yeah, no, that the clerks, they're clerks in like a store, like a mall, and they're different levels going up. Yeah, had like the 60s theme song going up, like
Yeah.
the elevator. Yeah.
figure
No,
it
that's yeah. But this was just like inside of the show. It was two of the main characters, the mom and the daughter, and they would dress up with these like silver, like Karen style wigs, and they'd be like, you know, and they'd be looking down their nose at the other characters and just being
And they
condescending.
just say,
but they're very
Nari.
you want to one of the popular, one of the only things I can remember was, you want to throw for your car? And she's like, what? You want to throw for
Liz,
your
I
car?
have no idea what you just said.
Neither did Kim. She just didn't understand. But she was trying to say, do you want to throw for your couch?
Yeah.
Which is a throw blanket for your couch. Would you like a throw for your couch? And then she's like, what? So anyway, it was
Manic
just sort of a
says
thing.
Cramming every vowel into no is sorcery. It does sound like every vowel is in there.
No, there is an R. There's an R and a Y. Yeah, it's weird.
Nar.
But it's strange. It's a strange thing having a Australian accent, and my husband has it too because I'm the only person he hangs out with. So you know, so it's like,
So you rub off on
he's
him.
got.
You're like, you moved to
Yeah.
Australia, but he's getting your accent a little bit.
Yeah, he lived in America for about a year.
Okay.
But when he was fresh off the plane, it was just like, whoa. What you're gonna do is go, you know, he's asking for directions, and it was something to watch. But he always laughed because they're like, what you're gonna do is take a left on Meeker, and he's like, Mika, and he's like, take a left on Meeker, it's like, okay. But and then we go to the pub to get a sanger, and the girl serving us, Rob's like, in Australia, we don't use pickles as much as we use pickled beetroot on burgers. I know you're a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian at the time. Before I moved to Australia, I was a vegetarian, but I moved here and I was just like, I really want to try that. I really want to try that. So I had to, yeah. So I'm an omnivore now, but I really mostly eat plant-based, but for many reasons. But anyway, so the girl, he was asking for beetroot for his burger, and she was just like, looked at me, and she's like, I don't
like,
speak
what?
European. She said, I don't speak European to him.
Speak European.
Yeah, and I did look at him, and she was like, what's he saying? I don't speak European. And he was just like, what? What? Did she just say that? What? No. What?
She's
Really?
like, oh, you're not European? And he's like, nari.
No, it wasn't even that.
Oh.
She had no concept. Yeah, no. That is cute, I guess. Hello, Governor. Yeah.
That's awful. That's so sorry. Well, I think we have, I feel like this is like our longest episode, but it didn't even feel that long.
Doesn't feel like it's been long at all.
No.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for like 2 hours. See how like comfortable and cozy we are together, all three of us? Like,
well, can I just point out that when we were doing the AV check that was supposed to at tops take an hour, if there was like technical problems, wound up being like about 2 hours of talking,
that's
right?
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You two ended up being 2 hours of talking.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I know you had to go. Yeah, I know. But I mean, for me, I was just like, wow. So, in and out, usually an AV check, that's it with me. I'm like, in and out. Okay, click there. Okay, right. Okay, see ya. But no, I mean, you're just
We're
a fun
vibing.
hang. And
Yeah. It's just
yeah, no, I'm
Like,
so happy to talk
there
to
are two
people.
wolves in you. Like my first wolf, like meetings need to be 7 minutes, and then the second wolf has to do a podcast, and so I am two wolves.
But this isn't a meeting.
No, I know. That's what I mean. It's like I
Yeah.
have to remind myself, no, this is a podcast, so
Yeah.
it's fine if it's
Right.
2 hours because it doesn't count. It's not a real meeting.
It doesn't count. And you know what else? We're not getting
Doesn't-
paid for it. So
I know. That's true. Liz, do you want to? I mean, aside from your lovely Patreon, is there anywhere else that you want people to find you, or is there anything that you're
Contribute?
working on that you want to plug to keep an eye out for?
Yeah, well, I'm looking for funding for my project. I've applied for 2 grants for the project. I've just started. I put a page on my website about it just recently. It's still in the early phases. So I'm like I said, I've just put in 2 big, giant, massive grants. If they come through, I'm going to be able to do this thing. I've set it up so if one of them doesn't come through, the other one does. It's just going to come through, but it's going to be different. If they both come through together, it's going to be ridiculous, and I'll have this huge advertising campaign. But in the meantime, I am working for sync licensing, which is sweat equity. It's what it is you're building relationships and writing your catalog and it's not like taking requests, but you're taking assignments for what they're looking for.
right.
And you're punching out music like this, bang, 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 which luckily I have more ideas than I know what to do with most of the time. And it can be paralyzing sometimes, but I have to like shake that off and get to the point, get to work. And every now and then I do have to stop and just write something from art and nothing else. And I do that. I have a collaboration with a woman in Vienna and a fella in the UK. And we work as a trio on bizarre, like weird other kind of trip hoppy, but I don't know, dark music where I get to just like be bitchy and write, bitchy things or heartbroken things, because there's space for that too. And there, but it's just that as I'm just re-entering the world of sync licensing in this modern world, where it's quite different to back in the day when, I had a show. A song placed on a show, and other like soundtracks. Anyway, now it's like, it's an oversaturated market.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought.
Where people
Oh,
can find you.
Yeah.
thank you. lizaday.com.au. That's my website.
Yes.
But also there's like Linktree. I don't know if you're savvy with Linktree. It's the Linktree, linktr.ee/Liz
Yeah.
Aday.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm like, it's not hard to find me,
Yeah.
really. So just Google it, ask ChatGPT. I don't know.
I also just
But
had a thought, and like I know that we said we weren't gonna do it for a while, Rebecca, but
Mhm.
I think Liz should do our podcast intro song one day.
oh, I'd do it tomorrow. I actually
No.
have a song for you. I have one
Is
called
it
Grown
is
Ass
it called
Women.
Two Stupid Bitches? Is that the name of the song? Is Two Stupid Bitches?
It could be. No
Okay.
worries. I could bang
No
out two stupid
worries.
bitches
I could bang out
before
two stupid
dinner.
bitches before dinner. Is that the podcast title? Hang on.
The musical.
Two stupid bitches who talk about what they like and don't like for hours.
Um,
Ugh.
yeah. And then I'll be promoting my song. I'll be promoting my album, songs about people who bug me.
I love that.
See, a list of things you don't like. That's all we talk about. That's our favorite thing to talk about is list of things we hate. Just same length. Love
we
it.
dislike.
It's good to know what you don't like, but it's also really empowering to know what you do like. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, because I am following it. I am not listening to the "you're too old." I'm not listening to the "you're too poor." I'm not listening to the "you're not good enough" guy on my bus who's like, "Who do you think you are?" I am going with it, and the proof is in the pudding. Doors are opening for me. It's just taking a long time, as it does, changing things, and people don't understand. They're like, "Oh, you've just had this big, exciting thing happen in your career, networking wise, but where's the money?" Like my husband's like, "What? Where's the money?" Because he doesn't, it's hard to explain to people that the money will come. But it's just like this is such a big step up. I'm excited, and I'm throwing a party in my head, but the people around me just don't get it. They're like, "Oh, they'd be probably happier if I said, 'Hey, I got a job at Best and Less.'" Probably happier about that. I think, which is cute
It
and sad
sounds
at
like
the same time.
the people around you. You just need to keep hanging out with those of us who support you.
I do,
and like
yeah.
see you for
Well,
who you
I've
are. Yeah.
so lucky. So like Joel reached out to me that one day when I was having a huge crisis and I was on the verge of ruin, and I had just shouted to the ceiling, "What the actual? Sorry, man. Fuck. Why am I here? Show me. If am I supposed to just work at Best and Last? Or am I supposed to do my superpower? Why do I have this superpower if I'm not meant to use it? You better show me, and not like some little butterfly outside the window going, "Hello." I want it to be like bang, like,
I don't know, but if a
and it
butterfly
was.
outside your window was like, "Hello," I mean, I feel like that would be a fucking sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but those signs can be so subtle, and but the Joel
Butterfly's
reached
like,
out to me and
Sorry.
yeah, I was like, "Hey, babes."
Hey, babes.
Yeah, no, but Joel was like, "Hey, invited me to this group, which would turn into therapy for me." And I was in between therapists at the time. My therapist wasn't really working out. But then I grew more with the Zoom group than I had with any therapist up to that point in my entire life, and that's a long list.
I was telling Joel it was like very much like what the community we're trying to like create here with like Burnout Collective is just like kind of the same deal. Yeah, like just like honestly therapy for each other sometimes. And just like helping each other and supporting each other and supporting each other in like the endeavors that we're passionate about.
So you need a theme song, and I'm happy to provide that. I literally just had one of my patrons, who's my friend, who was in my wedding. He is a songwriter, and lives a little bit closer to Sydney, in like Woy Woy or Wyong. I don't know. We have fun names here. Fun names. Woi Woi Wayong. Anyway, don't get me started. There's a lot of them. But he sent me this listing that they were looking for music for a pitch for a TV show for, like, it was just, I still don't quite understand it. It's they're pitching it, and they were looking for music for it, but not for the show. So I didn't. I mean, it's not like a paid position or something like that. But I'm like, but it gave me an excuse to get up and do something, because I had an idea immediately, and I checked out the brief. I loved the brief, and that's why I mean, the show description is about a bunch of women in their 60s, and it said, imagine Golden Girls meets, and I can't remember what it was, but it was something
Friends or something.
no, it was something a little dark and sarcastic, and I don't remember what that was, but I was just like,
Golden
oh,
Girls
I'm
meets serial killer
very
documentaries.
interested. Not quite that dark, but it was something from Marvel. I don't remember what, but anyway,
The Batman.
so I quickly recorded. Bang! I recorded a demo. I mean, I wrote and recorded as I was recording. I wrote it called "Grown Ass Women."
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I shot it off to them, and they're like, "Oh, we love it. We'll send it to our director or whatever." And that could happen, but even it doesn't matter. You can still use it. I mean, it's mine. I mean,
Golden Girls
yeah,
meets
grown ass
SVU,
women.
Drew. I love SVU.
Yeah, I
You
watched
don't
a lot
even
of that.
know.
I'm just so super into the theme song. I just saw a reel from somebody on like Instagram who was she was like bum bum using her boobs, and she bum bum, and she was like really good at isolation movements.
Did she like move one boob at a time? Can I like?
No, but she worked in like hard, like bum bum.
We really got to get you on TikTok, Liz.
Yeah.
Really, truly. Like, that shit's going to take off. Just got to get you on there.
I don't know. I'm on there. I've given it a little bit of effort over the years. And the key word to that the key sentence is that is a little bit, or just a little bit. I haven't, but there's stuff on there. I mean, I posted Monstrosity, my Halloween song. That I thought Drew Jamie loves 9 Inch Nails. So and then Drew was that's kind of one of Drew's superpowers too, is that genre of music, and he got on there and made it even more messed up than it was. I mean, it was disturbing, I think, before, and it definitely had 9 Inch Nails tendency, a lean into that. I was definitely thinking, Closer meets, I don't know, Rob Zombie meets, Garbage meets, like, the Atomic Brain.
Liz, we love you.
This is great.
We are.
I love you back.
We're thrilled. Like, honestly, like, Joel being on the show was great. That was great, or whatever. But like, the fact that we were introduced to you, like, I don't know. I think you're great, and I think you're really super fucking talented, and I can't wait to follow more of what you do, because you're not even just a musician, Liz. Like, you're literally just like a mad artist. And like you have, because like I've seen like some of like the videos and like TikToks and stuff that like you've had, and your YouTube videos. No, but they're so cool, because like you just bring, I don't know, it's like, it's edgy and moody, and and you're very inspiring.
Did you ever like watch any of how they started Pee-wee's Playhouse? Like,
no, but I love Pee Wee Herman, and I will dress up in drag as Pee Wee because I have similar features.
Yeah,
I will do that someday. Love him.
That kind of madcap artistry and just throwing everything at the wall and just unique and weird and trying different things. That's what it reminds me of in the very best way possible.
Oh no, it's great.
It's just
thank you for reminding me about that, because as soon as I get this show that I'm working on, What Can We Do is the working title.
Yeah.
As soon as I get that out of my system, I am going to focus and get grants for Lily Oddsock, my children's thing.
Nice.
Yeah, because I need to finish that and get her books out and her show. And I mean, as far as a show, I'm just talking about like YouTube,
Yeah.
like I've done for Cocktail Hour. I've got like just that sort of thing. Like have Lily's got her own YouTube. There's some not much. It's been a while. I've just been so busy with the survival thing, and although she was a part of that survival plan, but then things just shifted to focus more on Liz Day front forward facing artist for sync licensing purposes, doing really cute, fun, uplifting songs. And then, yeah, so it's hard because I feel like I really would like some clones of myself so that I could have a factory of art,
It's
an art factory,
yeah. It's insane.
dressed like Pee Wee Herman.
Like
Yeah.
everybody is just
Listen, I feel like we got to get a couple Adderall to you, and you're just gonna be like really on top of it. Like, if we can just get a couple into you, you'll like
Yeah.
really everything you need to get done.
That's the medicine that they won't give me because I haven't been diagnosed, because I don't have thousands of dollars to spare for.
No legal meth, damn it. That's our favorite is legal meth. I'm sorry, Liz.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if I goodness gracious, yeah. I mean, look, I get really focused. Don't get me wrong. Drew knows, he's here. I'm like when I said I could bang out a song and a demo like before dinner. I do that shit. I do it a lot. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes more than one in a day. The more I get more dangerous as I learn more from Drew, and that's good because
I get more
this is
dangerous.
Yeah.
Fine. That's great. I love
Because
it.
no, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good because I'm a weapon. My idea is to become a weapon of
Yeah.
of art. I want to just like go out there and smash it every day. But sometimes I do get the burnout, and then that means like peanut butter and chocolate and maybe lots of pajamas situations.
Sounds
And
good to me. Yeah.
yeah, and just like sometimes my mental health gets so spiky that I am unable to watch. Even what was it that I was unable to watch? Ugh, it was something that was just a little tense, and I couldn't do it. And
Did it
and then
perhaps
I had
start
to
with
I
dun,
Was it the
dun,
news?
dun, 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 dun,
yeah, anything like that, yeah, was a bit much for me. And of course the news, that's something
Oh,
that
God.
is difficult. But I watched I did binge watch the Golden Girls because that was really comforting to me. It
So
reminded me
good.
of my aunties, and
Yeah.
I mean, I binge watched that, and I was like, that was actually a kind of a progressive show. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were taking on things that were really taboo back then, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it was nice, and I grieved when it was over.
Mm.
um but yeah, so then I just like looking for other things like that. I got super when I was feeling a bit better. I was watching Discovery. I didn't get to see that before, that series, that Star Trek with Michael. And did you ever see, are you not Trekkies here? I mean,
Um,
Next generation only.
okay,
Someone
all
like
right, I binged that as well. So I just had a dream about Captain Picard. It was weird and
honestly, that's a
off-putting.
great dream. Who
listen,
doesn't?
I shopped at a plant store that year that he apparently goes to often. So
No, that's Riker. That's Riker.
It's off. Wow, cool.
what?
That's cool. Hmm.
Picard is
Yeah.
never mind. I'll tell you later.
I know
Anyway.
who Picard is.
Thank you genuinely for doing this. We really, really appreciate
Yeah.
this. This was so much fun, and it's so lovely to talk to you because we have a lot of people who we worked with, but we haven't had a lot of creatives, and it's fascinating, and I love it.
To just hear how it just like pours out of you too is like me who like I actually thought I was like I'm not a creative person, like, but I was so burnt out that I wasn't even dabbling in anything else but work. So of course I didn't feel creative. And so,
oh no, of course.
yeah, so that started flowing out of me as soon as we just started with this and figuring out what we were going to do. And to just see somebody that just I don't know, just it flows out of you constantly, every which way. Like, that's so awesome. Like, that's so cool. I know it can probably be a little frustrating, but I just,
Yeah, a little overwhelming,
yeah.
but it does take stopping the work, the drudgery. I there's no like when folks are like, "Wow, you're really on the edge here." I literally have like about $400 in my savings for a safety net right now, and that my rent is more than that.
Yeah.
So I'm in.
So everyone, please subscribe to
Join her
Liz's
Patreon.
please. Patreon. That would be great.
I
Is
think
it
that
still on my clipboard? It is. Look,
well,
it's right there.
Oh dear. Yeah. So I hear even recently it's like, well, you could just get a part-time job at. The problem is, here's again with the neurodivergence. There's a reason that people are thinking that this might be me, and it is hard for me to mask. I get really, really tired, and I wouldn't be able to show up like this, and I wouldn't have this gushing river of ideas. It wouldn't. I've always been prolific, but I've never had it like this. I've never had the freedom like this either. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been self-producing demos for a lot of years, since like the 80s really. But I never had a mentor sit down and go, look, this is good, but here's what you can do to
Sure.
be commercially competitive. It was always like, no, we got to hire somebody to do that, and it's just like, then they're like the kind of the gods that you argue with, and if they're like big ego guys, then it's going to be a problem, and
I hate big ego
there's going to be
guys.
fights, and yep. Oh god, the stories are bottlenecking, but I will leave that for another time, and
Oh,
definitely
we were
there's a
definitely
personal
having you
story.
back. Yes, we are
Ah,
absolutely having you
Yeah,
back.
we would love to have you back.
as soon as this is done, I'm going to find my latest mix of grown-ass women and send it your way and see if you want to use it. But I'm happy to do the one about whatever it was that you said.
Two
Two
stupid
angry
bitches who talk a lot. Yeah, well, two angry bitches works too, but two stupid angry bitches. I think that's the good one. Yeah, two stupid angry bitches.
and then that thing about
Yes,
the
I'm a
nipple
stupid angry
piercing, I think.
bitch. Oh.
Yeah, nipple piercing the musical.
Yep.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, no, I could totally do that too.
All right.
Please don't focus
yeah,
on
either
this.
way.
Please focus on the stuff you need to do.
Yes.
I
yes.
will. I do. I just got a message from the big boss man about, not the big boss man. I just don't want to say his name because
That's
I
fine.
No, it's
don't
fine.
want to jinx it.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't want
no.
to jinx it. And yeah, but Drew knows who I'm talking about. I got a message. He's been traveling around America doing panels at music conferences and stuff like that. So he was just in LA. He lives in not LA. It was a big long drive for him. So he's been really busy, and we're just picking up. He said he's still going in 1,000 directions, but he wants to talk about how my project is going. And I've got all 6 songs written and recorded. I just need to finish mixing. Drew, I'm gonna bounce some shit off of you. Sorry, Drew. I
Get ready for a
always
phone call right after this. Get ready for a call.
I always feel the itch and the need to get the approval of Drew. There's going to be a word in there, a droovel. It's something that I need. I need to, when I'm like, is this cool to send? And it's really weird when I do send something without Drew, because he's busy with his life, which happens. And then I'm like, it's just like I feel like I'm jumping empty-handed into the void without my adruval, and but I send it to Eric anyway, and it's a big growth for me because he's like, "Yep, that's good. Can you try, turn it narrowing the stereo field of the drums?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, "Yes." And then I work it out, and Drew always shows up in the nick of time for all kinds of things. But yeah, I'm at that point right now where we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I just need to mix a couple of things, and that's what I'm going to do today. Anyway, long story short, I'll get onto that, but I'll send you Strong Ass Women and write you
I'll send you Strong
that's
Ass Women.
that angry, but
I love
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
thank you so much, Liz. This
Yeah.
was so lovely.
This was great.
Thank you.
And you have
We need to have a real life slumber party sometime, like in
Yeah.
Hawaii or something.
Yes, Jonathan.
Ooh, Hawaii. Yes, we've never
Come to
been to
Australia.
Hawaii.
Well,
We've talked about it.
neither have I.
Or
Well,
Australia.
I've only stopped in my last time to America. My first touchdown in America was in Hawaii, and it was really cool.
That's
It wasn't
awesome.
as long as coming to California,
Right.
you know, or Seattle. So that was pretty intensely cool. I enjoyed
We'll
that.
have to plan
But
something.
I'm like, oh, it's on my vision board to have my tribe, and that now includes the both of you.
Aw.
To have my tribe and my family to be able to meet and have do a big giant Airbnb, and all of us just hang out and do campfires, sing-alongs, and
Yeah.
you
And
know,
make up
eat
musicals.
tofu.
Yeah. And eat tofu.
Yeah.
That'll get Rebecca. All right.
All right, ladies.
Well,
I have.
thank you.
I have to pee so bad.
Yeah. Okay,
Sorry.
Me too. Me too. I was about to just kind of like do like a hold on.
Thank
I've
you
been
so
trying
much,
to like
Liz.
soft get us off because
You're
I'm
welcome.
like, I'm gonna pee my pants.
Okay, girl, don't do it.
Love you, ladies. Thank you, everybody,
Love
for
you.
being
Ladies,
here.
thank you so much.
Please go.
Thank you.
Yeah, please go follow Liz and
Help me.
subscribe.
Please help her. Give
to
her
that
$30.
Patreon. Awesome. All
Help.
right.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys.
Love you.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.